All right, big breaking news coming in. The Supreme Court has refused to intervene over the plea filed by BJP MP Manoj Tiwari against the Delhi government's blanket ban on production, storage, sale and use of all types of firecrackers, citing the rise in pollution levels in the city for the time being. In fact, the court says that there will be a detailed hearing of the petition ahead of the Diwali vacation. Lost hope on the green crackers issue. Let's listen into Manoj Tiwari.
क्रैकर्स दिवाली पे अलाउड होने चाहिए जो कि हार्मलेस हैं पोल्यूशन के एंगल से, और ये हमारी PIL आज कोर्ट नंबर 7 में लगी थी। हमारे केस को जो पटाखों का केस देखा जा रहा है वहाँ पे टैग कर दिया गया है। हमें पूरा उम्मीद है कि हमारे जो हिंदू त्यौहार हैं उनमें दिवाली कम से कम एक दिन हमें ग्रीन क्रैकर्स के साथ मनाने की सहूलियत मिलेगी। इसकी आशा हमें और भी बढ़ गई है और जिस दिन भी वो डेट लगेगा हम उसका इंतजार कर रहे हैं।
Let's take this across to legal editor Harish Nair, who is joining us on the phone line. Harish, take us through what exactly is the demand of Manoj Tiwari. What does this hearing mean? And is the possibility, as Manoj Tiwari was suggesting there, quite pretty much there, that this entire matter would be decided before the Diwali vacations?
Yes, sir, that's right, Madhav. It pertains to the challenge to the blanket cracker ban in Delhi NCR. As of now, Supreme Court has refused to for the time being and said that and when Manoj Tiwari's lawyer Shashank Shekhar Jha questioned why a blanket ban when the Supreme Court has very clearly earlier allowed use of green crackers and also crackers in which there is no noxious fumes like which had barium salt. But all other crackers were allowed. But at this juncture, Justice M.R. Shah said that, in fact, Supreme Court had passed a specific order pertaining to Delhi NCR because of the worsening pollution ahead of the winter and during winter. And so it will have to look at the whatever the orders passed, and for the time being, said that it will grant a detailed hearing later, but assured that the petition will be heard before the Diwali vacations, and it will be tagged with 2 similar petitions pending in the Supreme Court. In fact, coming to a question, Supreme Court was hearing petition filed by Manoj Tiwari against the Delhi government's blanket ban on production, storage, sale and use of all types of firecrackers, citing the rising pollution levels in the city. Tiwari's lawyer sought direction to the city government to issue fresh guidelines with regard to sale, purchase and bursting of permissible firecrackers. He in fact questioned the blanket ban when Supreme Court itself had permitted bursting of green crackers. At this juncture, Justice M.R. Shah, I'll quote Justice M.R. Shah, he said that we will keep it for some other day, permitted, but don't say that why complete ban and all, but we had passed a specific order pertaining to Delhi NCR because of the rising pollution. We will keep your petition pending along with 2 other petitions and fix it for a hearing before Diwali vacation. So Manoj Tiwari very significantly also contended that freedom of religion cannot be taken away under the pretext of right to life. He also sought direction to all states not to take coercive action against people who are found selling or using permissible firecrackers like the green crackers. So as of now, Manoj Tiwari has not got any relief, but the Supreme Court has given a clear assurance that his petition will be taken up for hearing before the Supreme Court closes for Diwali. Back to you.
All right, very significant there, Harish, those observations and that hearing, because all of it has really got huge bearing on not just, of course, whether crackers will be allowed, but also the larger issue of pollution in the national capital that often has got the unfortunate sobriquet of being one of the most polluted cities in the world time and again, and a combination of stubble burning and several other factors, including the huge vehicular population, of course, along with some extent the crackers that are burned during Diwali, that have contributed towards this. So certainly a very, very important hearing, and we will have to see the view that the Supreme Court takes as far as this particular case is concerned. But if we can also come back to this particular case, Harish, what is very relevant is that it's not just Manoj Tiwari's plea, but also the fact that various state governments have been asked by the Apex Court to respond on what kind of action they have taken. What is the word on that? And what is the timeline within which various state governments have to submit their responses on the actions that they have taken?
Yes, that's right. In fact, Madhav, this particular petition has been why it is important is because this petition has now been tagged with pending petitions. Petition in Delhi NCR area, not only Delhi NCR but also.
Okay, stay with us, Harish. I believe you have the petitioner Shashank Shekhar Jha with us. Shashank, take us through what exactly is the hope as far as this particular petition is concerned. Mr. Manoj Tiwari very hopeful that there would be an early resolution before the Diwali hearing. Take us through the exact pleas that have been made.
So the point is that when we mentioned this before the court today, court has categorically stated that whether you are a resident of NCR. So what about the other pollution issues? So we stated before the court that the pollution issues are not related to firecrackers, and we are only seeking implementation of the orders already passed by the Honorable Supreme Court last year. What Supreme Court did last year was that they took the findings of NGT and they gave a very clear-cut order or judgment for that point, stating that there cannot be a blanket ban on firecrackers. Yes, there should be a categorization of what is permissible and what is not, and that should be done. Also, the other prayer which Manoj Tiwari ji has asked was, and that is very pertinent, is that there should be other measures to control or curb pollution, like smog towers or, for example, plantations, etc. And that is why this case is very important. Supreme Court did answer or hear our prayer where we asked that this matter should be heard as early as possible, and Supreme Court has assured that this matter will be heard before Diwali.
All right, thank you so much, Shashank Shekhar Jha, for joining us. Of course, remains to be seen what view it is that the court takes as far as this matter is concerned. I'd like to thank Harish as well for joining us with an update. For the moment, we're slipping into a very quick break.